Look, in all the analysis I've read, there was talk of this COVID boom in residential construction. Now, help me out here. I thought that most of the building sites were shut down during lockdowns. So there's talk of a boom during that COVID period, 20 and 2021. How true is that?
Well, yeah, we saw a massive boom start towards the end of 2020 and then all the way through 2021. And this was largely due because people had more time on their hands to plan a new construction or a large renovation. But there was a lot of money washing around in the economy as well, and that was a combination of factors. There were artificially low interest rates coming into play. We also couldn't spend our money on overseas holidays, so there was a lot more cash washing around, and all this contributed to a construction boom, which in Australia was fueled by the government incentives as well.
Gotcha. So it mightn't have actually been that the building mightn't have started in places like Victoria where they had lockdowns, but certainly maybe the approvals, the design process, the early deposits, and in other states likely the construction. So that's the point you're making, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, the demand increased, but the delivery didn't. If anything, the delivery was restricted, making it even more difficult. But we probably saw 3, 4, or maybe 5 times the demand that we would normally see in that period.
Wow. So with these companies going under, the insolvency point, 75% increase in the last 12 months. If that's where we're up to, we know that there's obviously constraints on housing, people are desperate for homes, and we've got all these migrants about to arrive in Australia, nearly 750,000 by the end of the current financial year, so June next year. How on earth do we have homes for people?
Yeah, that's the challenge. One thing we need to do is reduce the amount of red tape, because there are far too many projects that aren't moving forward either quickly enough or at all because of the red tape involved. We're also going to need to see more high density housing projects as well to cope with those kind of numbers that are coming into Australia.
Just quickly, if I've got a contract with a builder to build a new home or do a reno, I mean, how worried should I be?
Yes, you certainly need to be doing your research because new construction is cash flow positive. That generates huge amounts of spare cash flow for building companies, which means they can lose money, often for years at a time, before they actually go under. So it's you need to do your research and be extremely vigilant, but that is quite difficult to understand the financial viability of a company. So looking at online reviews, looking for any negative comments that might relate to delays, that could be a possible red flag. But for consumers, it's extremely difficult to distinguish the good guys from the bad guys out there.
Gosh, it's not good, is it? Russ, thank you. Russ Stevens there.